Okay, go
I said he's generated, now he's charged up. See, you better get your flow, you better bar up. He's shutting down everybody with again, he doesn't care, cause you know that energy's about to rise in the air. I said he's generated.
I'm Danny.
And I'm out there.
And we are
DNA Live. Welcome, welcome, and happy Halloween, everybody.
Look at what she did, everybody. She came and just. That's why I love having a woman on the show, because I know I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I went. I didn't go crazy shopping,
Yes,
but
you
I
did.
wanted some type of theme to the show. But I couldn't. You believe it or not, I went through 2-3 different places, and I couldn't find any mask, any costume, nothing. And there were mounds and mounds of people there. But I did have my bunny ears from Easter, so I figured it's something.
And I'm already scary looking, so.
And I have to
Happy
give
Halloween.
it, let me just give it a shout out first, because we went to a Halloween event yesterday.
Go ahead.
And Dennis and Cheryl, I love you both. We had such a great time there. They had a theme. I can't remember the name of it, but it was awesome. And they made their own decorations, and Dennis was a champ. And the funny thing is that I couldn't find any kind of animal or anything for the set, but Dennis will remember that a couple years back, he had put this on my desk. Remember
And
this,
honey,
Dennis?
the thing was called The Stranger Things.
Was it the Stranger Things?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was the theme.
So, well, anyway, this is my Halloween animal, and thank you to Dennis, because he put this on my desk once, and he said that this reminded him of me.
Dennis, you are 100% right.
So he's going to be with us for the whole show. So every time, like you
know why he's right?
Why?
That sounds just like you in the morning.
Okay, so anyway, thank you to Dennis and Cheryl. Really appreciate it. I love the food. I mean, the theme with the scrambled eggs, the waffles, the sausage, and the bacon, and the mudslides. Those were all good.
The dancing was great too. The DJ was good, and the decorations were amazing.
I know, and the smoke machine, and
I just can't wait to Christmas.
I know. And he said he's going to pull out all the stops on Christmas, and he says he has a very special thing going on.
Dennis, shout you out and shout out.
I got to wait. And Cheryl, of course, my girl Cheryl. I got videos, and I can't show them because I promised her. Because when we're both on the dance floor, we don't want anybody else to see that. But I also. But with that said, I also want to give a special shout out to my dear friend Stephanie. She just joined the 50 Club. Woo. Love you, girl. I wish I could have been. I missed her party, but I wish I was there. But you know I love you, and I'll see you soon. But the big 50, and she looks fabulous. Mm-hmm. I also wanted to shout out a very special birthday.
Can I do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Happy birthday to you. Shout out to Bobby.
That's right.
Laceris, L.A., the man, the myth, the
very
legend.
Our very own baby. And we love you.
What?
I know he can hear you.
Yeah.
I know he hears us. I can hear him. But he's back there somewhere. But we also celebrated his birthday on Friday.
Yep.
I think he's like 30 now or something. Anyway, with that said, I hope everybody is going to enjoy a real fun and safe Halloween tomorrow. I mean, it was just crazy. You could see all the traffic and everybody out there today. I mean, everybody's gearing up, and it's fun to see that everybody's in a good spirit, that we're all like, having fun and everything. So
have fun. You have a great holiday, and to everybody, man.
Yeah.
Definitely stay tuned to our guests. We got a special guest, Charles Hamilton. He's going to be in the building with us.
Yes, he
today.
is.
So this is going to be he's going to be talking about his new album that he's coming out with just for Halloween. So
there's 2 albums, right?
Yes, it is.
There's 2
I wanted
albums.
him to say that he got a double whammy, but
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just playing,
always
but
blowing-
I just want to give everybody.
Sorry
a quick
about that.
Exactly. Thank you, Dennis. But listen, I just want to tell everybody that stay tuned, And I hope you guys like this song, man. Me and him made it called New York in the House as a spinoff. It was a tribute to him with his hit record called Brooklyn Girl.
Right.
So much love to everybody. Yo, Bobby, this is the New York in the House video.
New York in the House, right. And then after that, we'll have
we're gonna have him
Charles Hamilton come in.
Charles Hamilton.
New York in the house, Harlem in the house, Brooklyn in the house, Bronx in the house, St. Holland in the house, we all in this house, yeah, yeah. Screaming out my queens in the house, island in the house. Every girl out there, I wanna see them shaking out of my island. Oh, yo, listen, let me tell you guys something. Look, see, I was rocking on my Dior, she was rocking 3/4. Even when she got with her body getting free off, I was like, yo, mama, she was on some steady type. Love my Brooklyn girls where they angry and they flipping right. But you know you never react cause they soft to beat. Tall ass nails girls and the hard to see. They make you sing with a little bit of chance every time that you're near me and your heart goes. New York in the house, said Queens in the house, said Brooklyn in the house, said Bronx in the house, Staten Island in the house without a doubt. But there's no type of girl like a Brooklyn girl, Brooklyn girl.
Alright, yo, I be always coming with that raw shit. Turn them on, keep them wet like a faucet. Yeah, Charles in the set, I done lost it. E&J with a liquor with a hard shit. Pardon me, but I need my weed to meditate. And I forever bake something to sedate me. Getting down, that's what I gotta do. Cause I rock all the time and I rock for you.
New York in the house, said Queens in the house, said Brooklyn in the house, said Bronx in the house, Staten Island in the house without a doubt. But there's no type of girl like a Brooklyn girl, Brooklyn girl, Brooklyn girl. Ooh.
And I hope everybody loved that record the same way I did when I gave my brother right here, Mr. Charles Hamilton on DNA Live.
Peace and blessings, happy Halloween.
Man, I'm
happy Hyper Goth.
Look. Ooh,
you know what's funny though? Hyper Goth has a lot of buzz right now. Mostly a lot in LA. Hyper Goth will be out. When will it be out in New York and all around? When's it coming out?
Christmas.
Wow, that's a great present for the world. You heard, world? That's a very great present. So, what you been up to? Like, how did you come up with this project, Hypergoth?
Well, I woke up one morning kind of not sure what I am. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not gay, but I know I'm not a player.
Okay.
I rap, but I'm not a rapper. I'm a musician, but I'm not really in the musician circle. So, gothic. Like with a huge shock to my chest. I'm a goth.
You ever read what they wrote about you?
About what?
They said that he's a dark Kanye West.
That's an interesting way to put it. You know
No,
what
that's what they said. That's what they said. I read it in a paper in a blog one time. I think it was. Don't quote me on this, but I think it was the source or something, and it said Charles Hamilton reminds us of the dark Kanye West.
That's pretty interesting.
Like, no, not in a bad way.
No, it's not a bad way.
It's just this music. Like, Kanye came in being all happy and all Doolittle, and Charles came in. They try to make Charles come in the same exact way as Brooklyn Girl. But if you listen to his music, it's not cynical. Like, I keep telling everybody that. Charles has more of a rock feel to him. Kanye West had a more, I'm going to say, pop feel to him. That's why when I hear Charles all the time, I think of like Pink Floyd. I think of like all the 80s rock kind of sound music.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because that's the kind of style he gives me as a musician.
That's pretty accurate. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my themes are rock themed. Like during the Pink Lava Lamp, I had a girlfriend and I was living with her. So she saw the writing process. Okay. But the way I was living my life was I ain't got time for nothing unless it's weed or my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And And I would represent the relationship. And through the music, we were kind of like this rock star king and queen of Harlem. But
Really?
the
That's
yeah,
interesting.
like that was that it was, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and it only turned into that because I wasn't faithful. Another girl got in the picture, so that's when it turned into, you know, like
Is
a
the
festival.
Pink Lava Lamp kind of about like all your experiences in Harlem, or was this something that you wanted to like in your mindset at that period of time? Was it just something that you just like created in your mind, like kind of not in a bad way, but was it because when we made Timeless, right? Timeless is a period that we can't even go back to, even if we wanted to, into the drawing board. That's why, like when I hear the Pink Lava Lamp, it really preserves the late 2000s, early 2010s. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when I hear that album, it gives you chills because it gives you that feeling. A lot of people don't realize the albums nowadays doesn't give you the same joy that you had back then, because you can listen to 50 Cent and go back and listen to 50, right, and feel you're in that era. When I go and I listen to these new kids, it's like I can't be like, oh yeah, this is great. It just feels that like, listen, I'm in this era. That's it.
Yeah.
Like it's nothing to be joyed about. It's nothing to be. No offense to any of them, because I think all the artists should have their craft. But I feel like what's missing is that element. Like you brought that element because you knew how to put the formulas from the '80s and then from the '90s and then put it inside a pile and then make the new 2010 kind of sound. Not I want to follow the format and drown. Like basically, you're a real cook. Most of these people want to just preheat music and put it in.
Right.
That's a good analogy. You know
know?
what? That is very profound. That was pretty cool. I like that.
Well, think about it.
I'm just saying.
When you got something, music is supposed to be your soul. Like when you listen to music, it's supposed to fill up your soul. If you listen to the new guys, it's like he's a gourmet chef, right? And you want to go eat McDonald's.
I love the analogy.
Pretty much. I mean, you know, I do take my time on my music.
Oh, I know.
Concepts, themes, everything of the sort. It's not like a rush job.
Yeah.
I'm just good at it.
I know
So it
you
doesn't
are.
take me too-
I know you are. That other beat that I'm looking forward towards that other beat that he brought that we were.
Hungry for your love.
Yeah. I'm
I understand, like, you know, I'm okay, let's break this down. I can understand that you don't like that sound, because it's not like I don't like that sound. No, I'm gonna be honest on this show. To me, it's just too easy. And when I showed Star that, he was kind of like, are you trying to basically slow Charles's progressive down doing that? And I looked at him, I'm like, what do you mean, Star? And Star was like, Charles can do this in his sleep.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
can do this kind of beat in my sleep.
yeah.
He goes, the reason why, and then I go, but you know, Charles kind of, you know, said, D, do you really want me to do it? And I kind of told him to do it. And he goes, I can hear it. Can you elaborate how another, like, Star can actually hear when you did that with his sound? Kind of like you really were just like, not saying forced to do it, but asked to do it instead of you doing it on your own. I'm going to say just on your own.
Well, I love you like a brother. So it was a favor to you. You know, nothing bad could come of it. But I mean, when I'm told to make something versus when I make something is a big difference. And people who listen to music or know and are very seasoned in music, they know the difference.
Yeah, you can hear it. Like, it was so weird. When I played it for him, he goes, you told Charles to make that. I said, how did you know? He goes, because I can hear it. And I said, how can somebody hear it? Like, I understand he's a platinum artist, but platinum producer and a platinum artist, but he just looked at me stone and went, you asked Charles to make that record. And I said, what about New York in the House? He goes, you asked Charles to make that record. I said, okay then, Smarty. I said, Smart Water. You and Charles made that record together. It's dope. And I'm like, what about Timeless? He always says Timeless is great. Everybody likes
Hop in the Whip.
everyone loves Hop in the Whip.
Hop in the
They
Whip.
say Hop in the Whip. Let her know that was produced by Voice Watkins. Shake produced by Voice Watkins. But the records that the new record everybody's been playing out here like crazy is the Love record. I Want to Break Your Heart, Girl.
Yeah.
They're spinning it all over. The girls are singing your part.
Yeah.
I'm such what a loser, sitting on my computer. I was like, I look at them, and she's in the car with me, right? We have one of our friends, shout her out, and she's literally in the car with me, and she's singing the record.
She was singing it, Charles.
The whole record, and then she did it to another girl, and the other girl was singing the record.
Two of them.
Yeah, and we're like, what? We just like stopped. We were like, whoa.
I would say, what in the world? And the problem I had with that is that they knew the lyrics more than I did. And I'm sitting there, because, she's like, can you play that song again? And I'm like, what? And I put it on, my car, and they were just singing it in the back seat. And I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to, like, be cool about it, because I'm like, because they were singing the words.
What was crazy was CH, when he came off with that, and I remember just handing it right to Voice, and Voice looks at this and he goes, oh, man, CH killed that. Yeah. Matter of fact, you did records with Voice, didn't you? Did you finish the record?
Yeah, we did. I think we did 1 or 2.
Oh, okay,
cool. I can't wait to hear it.
You just sent it to me and said, lay a verse down.
Listen, thank you so much for always looking out for even, you know what I'm saying? If I ask somebody right here with me and I tell you that he's fam, you don't ever hesitate to ever go, all right, man, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, other people, you would have to basically go, come on, can you do it? You look at me and always go, sometimes in directions you kind of go, but you don't ever second guess me.
No.
The second way I never second guess you.
And Charles will tell you up front. Charles is the type of person.
Yeah, he's saying I don't want to do it.
Yeah, he'll just turn around like, nope, don't want to do it. Sorry.
But what I like about him is that he is what you like to call a humble star.
Yes.
Because no matter how famous he'll get, he'll just be himself. Like, you got all the people, no offense to anybody I'm around, but come on, man. Like, y'all act too much out of your character. And we look at you when we're sitting there eating the food in the lunch table, and you guys are sitting there going like this and putting your hands up like this. It's like, bro, you got to just chill with your ego and keep moving. Like, this man, he won't even tell you who he is. He'll just sit down and just chill. You know what Paul told? Shout out to Paul Grin. You know what Paul told me? Paul goes, the first time I put Charles over to Paul, he just sits down, Charles, like this, sits on the computer and hangs out. He goes, who is that? And I'm like, Google him. And then he Google him. And then Paul Googled you, and all the people in the house Googled you, and they were like this. And it was like kind of like a How High movie. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a bunch of college kids, and you just sit there like this, and then and they passed the joint, and he just smoked it like this, and then put it back down like this, and just passed it back, and then everybody don't even know they're next to a rap icon. So I think it was really funny. Because when they stop and they look and they started Googling you, like, what?
What?
He worked with him?
What?
He worked with him?
Charles
He
Hamilton?
found him? That's Charles Hamilton? And they came back and they treated him like, you know what it is though? It's just great times. Honestly, it's great times. I always think about it like with me and him. It's just like his ego never got, like, even when we went to the when he came, I invited him out of everyone I knew. I was like, Charles, come with me to go get this award. You know what
NAACP.
Yeah, come with me to come get this award. Because I respected him a lot. So he came through. Me and him hanging out like this. Like dad just hanging out.
Eating Clams Casino.
Huh? What is
You
it?
ever have a Clams Casino?
Yeah, they had the Clan Casino.
Yeah, out there.
What?
You never had a Clams Casino?
She can't eat fish.
No, actually, clams
Okay.
I can. Clams I can. I've had that. Why?
That's what we had that night.
That's what we had that night.
Yeah, we had Clan Casino, and then they gave me a big award. And it was funny because he got to see, he met actually Hochul. You actually met Governor Hochul there.
Oh, really? Was it?
He seen Hochul there.
Oh,
He didn't even
okay.
know that was Hochul.
I think Charles froze.
Charles, you there?
Charles?
Charles.
Bobby, we're having a little issue here with the Zoom.
My bad. We're having issues with the Zoom, but now we're still live.
But that's a nice frozen picture of Charles right there. He's like, yo.
No. Yeah, you know what? Go to the video.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Actually, let's use this time, since we're having a little bit of technical difficulty with Charles. Go to the video, and when we come back, we'll have more with Charles Hamilton.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Shout out to Automatic Classic.
Automatic Classic. There it is.
Charles Hamilton.
You gotta worry about getting yourself.
You ever watching what the one you love get high? You ever watching what your sisters get high? You ever watching what the overdose take them down? You ever see them in the hospital bed now? Sitting back there fighting one for their life. Why you screaming out how much you love them, right? You ever have a crying with tears because you watching them way in front of you? Yeah, you're like, I don't think they really know when their face turning pale and you don't know where to go. See them stretched down inside the hospital bed, have latch, gone to the house and they're in a stretcher. Even when you're saying please God, never forget you. You're like, man, you really lost
Your daughter.
you love. Deep down, I had to cry watching them both getting high. Almost see when my two sisters passed away. I'm automatic classic. I gotta make you an addict. You and me are going.
You're not doing pills, I hope.
Of course not, Ma.
I can't touch it.
Gonna be a classic. Hope this is a classic. See, I don't know. It breaks it down a lot to watch the addition will go. Kids are all dying right inside my community. Like, man, had a bunch of people now, but they gone, fam. 30 people died just this year. Every minute when I'm watching what another pair of tears. Putting up my suit, looking right at you too. Cause they're killing me, feeling like I'm going to war like an army troop. But at the same time, can this be?
I'm the boy.
No, I'm the boy. I'm the boy.
And seeing finally you're the one that's getting what deals. I'm just telling drug dealers it's the way you need to really stop feeling and get your mind. Stop thinking the mind that you're selling and the dollar that you're making. But think about how many people are
You think everything's so funny all the time, huh?
I gotta make you an addict.
This is ridiculous.
Really? Are you serious?
I don't know nothing about it.
As you all know, we've been facing a crisis with the elite teams. There's been many killings.
Hope this is a classic. I done this shit for everybody out there holding your hearts down for the world, yeah. Seeing mothers don't cry, seeing fathers still have with the kids alive. It really kills me in another strive. I bang down, hit the floor, cry to the Lord, say please, stop this epidemic, can you help me? Man, I'm just looking down and watching what these kids pass away. And this is all I keep on saying. It's like your heart's breaking down too. Think about what the mom every time when you're born too. Watching your son play sports and all of a sudden he's just a thought. Passing away, passing, dying down. It really kills me now. It killed me so much, G. Watching what half of my friends die, B. I see one of my boys turn blue. We couldn't save him, man. All of a sudden, Corn picked him up and said that he
wanted me to let you know that Jill's gonna be getting help.
It's like, I gotta make you an addict. This shit made me cry, man. Yeah, you and me is going at it. And he couldn't stop, man. Yo, he just couldn't stop, man. He just couldn't stop. Gonna be a classic. Hope this is a classic.
Enough of being bullied, that idea grew into a message. The message took on a greater meaning and led to the co-creation of the anti-bullying organization, Asking Myself Association, fully supporting his desire.
I haven't seen one leader step up in this island.
They saying that they capping, you spell it backwards means pop. Coach just gets his guy shot. Now I special ed. Listen to all your fans. Talk about how you want it and come again. I told the kids stop bullying, stop killing each other but slow. Start acting like everybody's your up on the low. Where we gotta get to is that level, we need peace. Instead of watching what our youngest does to cease. They don't really listen because they scared of what the streets. But I don't give a damn because my army is complete. I told them I got an army of 20,000, bro. If you wanna go, we can go anytime, yo. And I don't not scared anymore of you, cause I've been decades ahead of you. So stop with the bullying, let them kids go. Stop with the bullying,
good. You got a good game. That's cute. Let's do something.
Watching the youth all in deceased, and I keep screaming this shit out to the streets. Stop bullying, stop killing each other, stop murdering our young. Why can't we all just be in peace, son? Before it happens, because I've seen people who I try to talk to and peers actually get locked up for doing the same thing, bullying, violence. You know what? You got to think before you do something because your actions speak louder than words.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
That was great. Okay, I think I'll just put him.
So anyway, what I want to talk to everybody about, we're gonna have Charles back on the show for a second. Had a little bit of difficulties, but it's fine. It's Halloween. You already know that always.
It's all
happens.
freaky out there.
It's freaky out here, but it's getting freaky out here. No, but so I want to talk to you about something real cool.
Uh-oh.
So a lot of the fans have been asking me about my new project.
Yes.
So I'm gonna right now, because we got a little bit of time, I'm gonna tell you about my new project. See, I have two things coming up. I have a new album that's gonna release all of the political records I have made. People have been asking me for the political records. I have an album with the political records. Charles Hamilton is actually gonna be one of the people that's helping me produce that album.
Cool.
So the album's gonna be my first run.
This is true.
So my first run, telling everybody, get ready for a big announcement soon. That's basically what it is. The second album, again, because everyone's been asking me for.
Redemption.
I got a couple of records that I'm tweaking still.
Yeah, no.
But it's going to be released December.
Mm-hmm. December what? Any particular?
I'm thinking Christmas time.
Near
To give
Christmas?
them another present like Charles is.
Oh, there you go. Okay, maybe you can do
Exactly.
Christmas Eve.
I'll do Christmas Eve. He does Christmas. Well, you got to
There you go.
remember the Regenerated album dropped Christmas Day.
That was okay. Yeah, you're right. Last year.
So I want to
Okay.
keep it dropping Christmas
Mhm.
because all the people, you know what I mean, always been asking. But everything's been going good with the DNA Live and the shows. So I just want to thank everybody out there too. Everyone across the,
across the board.
Just want to thank everybody for really coming together and
Mm.
really showing me and her our show so much love and so much support.
You know what it is? We've been dabbling in many projects, and we're sometimes at point, like a lot of my friends are like, where are you these days? And I'm like, we are just like constantly working. Believe it or not, it's not just the show. It's our regular jobs. It's the show. It's his other extra.
Well, to everybody, I
just-
got back into boxing.
Oh yeah, oh my God, now he's boxing? Yeah, he came home. He's like, baby, I'm going to be Merriweather.
I never said Mayweather.
Okay, maybe it wasn't Merriweather. It was
I
one of
said
those-
Tyson.
Okay, Tyson. I'm sorry. I knew it was one of those
She
guys.
always gets it wrong.
I don't
See,
always.
Mayweather, I like Mayweather, but he ain't a heavyweight like me. Like, if I take off this shirt, this is all jacked.
It's okay. All right. Okay.
I'll just play.
You'll be like Arnold. Is that what you want to do?
Jackal. Ha 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 ha.
I love Bobby in the background.
You got jokes.
I love when he chimes in, man.
You ever see Beetlejuice?
No, you are not. No. No, I mean, no. We should start doing that right here, right now. But actually, I want to. We can't do it right now. But I want to do. I want to put one of Bobby's videos because Bobby actually showed us a video that he did. What was it, like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, Bobby?
What was it, Plus Play?
No. DJ D, right? And he was white, and I was like, "He looked, you did, not for nothing. You should really." I told him he should remix that song.
Press Play?
No,
What was it?
Can't Feel the Love.
Oh, okay. Okay, I never heard it.
And I heard it, and it's pretty damn good. And you know what the funny thing is that when on Friday nights, you guys should come down to Paradise Studios because every Friday night is open mic. So you have comedians, you got musicians. I mean, all you got to do is walk through the door and you can get on stage and you can perform. And this way you showcase what your talent is, right? You bring a couple of friends, you come hang out. We're here. We love to do this every Friday night.
We're looking for new talent too to come on the show to talk to.
And if you have talent and you got something to show, give us a call. You know, we're on Instagram and Facebook, for crying out loud. Just give us a call. We're willing to, bring anybody in here that we can showcase and support their talent. So, I mean, don't miss that opportunity. But also, after that, we also do karaoke. And me and Bobby have been practicing our duets. And I think we're getting pretty good at it. But now Bobby has a new selection of songs that we're going to probably debut next Friday. Right, Bobby? Okay. So with that...
Wait.
No, he's really good with that. And last week, Danny, as always, when we get like a band in here with the guitars and the drums and all that stuff, and when he freestyles with a band, he is on fire. And I want to put that video up. We're going to showcase those kind of videos next week, okay?
Go.
But we've bantered enough because we really do want to get Charles back in here. But unfortunately, we
had a little bit of difficulties, but now
can't-
we are back with the legendary
There we
Charles
go.
Hamilton.
But we don't have him on Zoom. We have him on a phone call, but it's just as good because I can hear your voice, right, Charles?
Awesome.
Ooh, that's like the old song. I want to hear your voice from day to night. I like that song.
No.
Shout out to Eddie Rocky Rivera. That was a dope record. Okay, so let's get back into conversation. So we played Automatic Classic, right? Now, everybody was always talking about the Formula Band, right?
Right.
So after the Formula Band, I met Charles Hamilton, and he's seen that I was very known in the politics and the acting. I was intrigued because as a young MC, I used to watch Charles,
Right. Okay.
and I used to go, "Wow, he is so creative," and it used to blow my mind because it's like when you thought that you had the keys, he was already in the door, already partying. So I was kind of like, I'm like watching him, right? Even though I think I'm a year younger than you, right?
Probably.
I'm a year younger than Charles.
35.
You turned 35?
Yeah, this November.
Okay, so you're 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
So, what was really cool about Charles is the creativity and the mindset.
Yeah.
And I always liked that Charles can gel with any crowd.
This is true.
So Charles can always keep his, one thing about knowing Charles personally is knowing that he has a really good heart.
Yeah.
And his music comes from within. He's not a copy. He's not a carbon copy artist. He's a real entertainer. That's why when I hear a lot of people try to give the comparisons, I say there's no way you can give a comparison to this man because this man does everything on his own.
That's right.
So he's in his own
You got
boat.
that right.
So that's my, wanted to give you your roses.
Oh, thank you. Well, to transition a little bit, I sort of patterned myself after Curtis Mayfield, who is obviously legendary musician, singer, songwriter.
Right.
But he produced everything on his own too, and he would talk about through blaxploitation music and films. He would talk about the plight of the weird Negro, being the off kilter square in the round world of the ghetto.
Right.
So, Hypergoth samples Curtis Mayfield, the Superfly album, as well as 2 tracks from James Brown's Hell album.
Oh, wow.
And I found peace in both the music of JB and Curtis Mayfield at a time where I didn't know who I was, and being in jail, it's a different crowd completely.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out who I am while I'm amongst people who don't give a fuck about the kind of shit that I think about.
Right. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wow.
It's okay, Charles. Don't worry. We'll bleep that out.
All right. But yeah, it's always a pleasure to, find a kindred spirit through music, and I was able to express my gothic self
Right.
through the spirit of Curtis Mayfield and James Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I dislike though is that people don't realize that Charles Hamilton has actually birthed a new generation of rapper. So I'm gonna break it down to you. The rappers I feel
Okay.
that Charles Hamilton actually they stemmed off of Charles. Can I give you them?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, and Charles, I want to see if he's gonna agree with me. You ready, Charles? This is the game we're playing.
All right.
Little B. I feel like you
I would
influenced him a
agree.
lot, huh?
I would agree.
XXX Concio. I feel like you because before you came up, I'm gonna say it right now. I want to give a big shout out to Juice WRLD. I feel like you really in Juice WRLD. I think you could see the styles that these kids had because before Charles came up, that look was not a look that people had. And you could see it through the XXL cover from 2017. You don't see none of them looking like that. Maybe Lupe Fiasco, but Lupe Fiasco, didn't have that kind of look. He kind of looked like a geek. You know what I mean? Him and Mickey. I'm gonna say Mickey Fax too, right? Mickey Fax kind of, because if you guys really look at it, weren't you on the Lupe Fiasco chess club?
Yeah.
So they all came from that branch. So I can't even, but
All City Chess Club. Yep.
Another rapper, I'm gonna say you influenced is Chance the Rapper.
I can see that. Definitely.
So I'm gonna say Chance, Juice WRLD, XXX Kanye. What about Lil Peep?
I really haven't heard his music to say whether.
But the
I
thing about him,
influenced
he's
or not.
gothic.
Oh yeah.
And you could see it. And a lot of people don't realize too is Lil Peep was in Ronkonkoma.
You're talking about the look. I've always been thinking about the music.
No, I'm talking about the music. I'm
Yeah,
talking
he's
about the
talking about the
music.
music.
I'm talking about the music. Before you came up, I really haven't heard anybody that ever sounded like you. Like, first off, you came off with it. When he first came out, he came out with an Eminem kind of look because he's like, I'm always a loser. When I'm on, it's not the same loser. So when he came out with that, right, I remember I was young. So I'm sitting there in my classroom, and they had AOL, but they had YouTube. But YouTube was just, getting known.
Right.
So I go and I look up, right? And I remember Charles from 2006, and I used to talk to him on MySpace. I always asked him, yo, come out, come work with me, come do some music with me. But he was doing his own thing.
Oh, okay.
So Charles, I remember just watching the XXL cover going like this, and he's in the glass, and he's putting the stuff in there. It's like throwing the water on him.
That was actually a cool cover. When I saw that cover, I was
No,
really
the
impressed.
record. The record
No,
was
the
insane.
cover that XXL.
Loser. I watched so many people in my school play that record like nuts, and then when the pink lava lamp dropped,
Oh God.
I don't even listen. Nobody wanted to hear. I'm gonna be blunt with you. Nobody wanted to hear you battle Soulja Boy because we already knew that you were gonna wreck him. So when you battled Soulja Boy, we were kind of like, but then when Soulja Boy went a little bit off, on the camera, like beep Charles Hamilton, we were like, oh, Charles, get him for New York. You know what I mean? So I'm not a fan. I'm sorry, Soulja Boy. I'm gonna say it right. I'm not a fan of yours. Never were.
Okay. With that said,
Just never a fan of him. I don't think. I think Charles Hamilton, honestly, and this ain't trying to start anything. I think Charles Hamilton, honestly, was
is.
No, I'm saying back in that time too.
Oh, back in that day.
Was like Van Gogh. He was such a great paint artist. So you didn't have artistry back then. You had people still trying to find themselves. He already knew what he was gonna do. The punches he was gonna land.
I hear a plane.
He's in LA.
Yeah, I'm in LA.
But this
planes
is real talk. We ain't trying to diss nobody, no credibility, nothing. This is DNA Live, and this is how we're gonna talk. And me and Charles are just honestly, Charles is my mentor.
That's right.
Charles taught me everything. I didn't know I could really step into a booth until we made Smart Water. When we made Smart Water Plus, when we made Timeless, and what was the other one?
Wasn't it Diablo?
There was one that we did where we flipped David Ruffin.
Can I say it?
Good.
I didn't say it. 'Cause I
Just
didn't wanna
say
get in
it.
trouble.
Just say it.
It's called For You, Billy Ann.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Why couldn't you?
But Althea, I gotta stand up for him. He killed that shit.
Oh really?
Don't.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He killed that album.
That's one of his favorite albums. He was
really?
like, yeah, you know what's funny though? He put on this David. See, the thing is, David Ruffin. There's certain people when you could put like a sample, right, of somebody, and you feel like you're in that booth with them, like the studio with them, and you just jump on that record. And when you jump on that record, it's over. Like even if the title was To Althea, right, and you put a David Ruffin sample on it, I'm going Temptation on it. I'm not stopping. I'm going My Girl on it. I'm going Running With My Imagination on it. Daddy was a Rolling Stone. Pops was a Rolling Stone. It's on. Like him. Like if you get, what sample do you go off on and it's just something that just hits your soul?
Gotta listen to Hypergoth.
I understand, but I'm saying what's the two? Like what is if I put like, say, who's your favorite person to sample? That you know that.
Curtis Mayfield.
Say it again?
Curtis Mayfield.
Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah, Curtis Mayfield. Nah, because he just this dude. This dude. One thing about him, man. So let's get back real quick because I know we got a little bit off topic.
We can't get back.
I know. All right. Can I ask you a question?
Go.
Yeah, please ask him a question.
It's between Curtis Mayfield and James Brown. Like those two I could get busy off of at the drop of a hat.
I heard you get busy off of all the mixed. He did this thing with DJ Ski, right? We still have them tapes. Everybody who is a diehard Charles Hamilton fan still has that tape. I don't care what anybody says. This dude went diamond before streams even came out. Because I looked up in his archive, right? In 2000, when did you drop the mixtapes with Ski? 2010, 2009, right?
2008.
2008. Okay. Right?
Yep.
I looked at the sound scan. This dude had almost 10 million downloads in one day. I don't know why. Why doesn't anybody ever bring that up?
I don't know.
Because I don't believe it.
Because I don't believe
That's literally the reason why.
This is why.
It's unbelievable. Did I get one?
I know.
But you did it.
It's an unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean, it was more than that. Like it was. I remember one time it was like 25, 30 million in one day, and that was after DJ Ski. I just think people, were giving me props because I was seen in the mainstream, and my whole fight has been to put attention where the music is good, not just where the spotlight is.
Listen, you're scary.
That's what it is. He scares people.
No, really, you're scary. When I tell everybody that when people come up to me, right, and they look at me, they go, yo, that's energetic. That's Charles Hamilton's protege. And they start looking at me weird. I'm like, and she sees it. And I'm like, why do you guys keep looking at me weird? And they're like, because Charles was a genius. So what did he teach you? And I'm like, well, what do you mean what he teach me? He taught me what a good friend was and a good partner was.
Yeah.
No, he's got the lyrical skill. Dude, I went to this showcase, right? And it was all people that listen to MF Doom, right? It was MF Doom and Lil B, right? This kid grabs me from the crowd and says, "Are you energetic?" I say, "Yeah." He says, "You and Charles Hamilton are legends. Can you sign my..." This kid printed a shirt with an album cover without stuff on it, and I was like, and I signed it, and I was like, and then all of a sudden I'm like, if Charles is here, he'd probably take my hat and hit me over the head with it, and said, "See."
You got, let me just say, you both.
No, Charles always scared me, man. I'm gonna say it right now, everybody hearing this in DNA show, Energetic got one weakness, and that's Charles Hamilton. When Charles Hamilton comes on the mic, I don't even want to be on the mic.
I know. He's
Oh man, that's love.
No, it's always like
you a hard act to follow, just so you know.
You're a hard act to follow. I don't know. Wait, hold up. I don't know what he's gonna come with.
This is true.
You know what I mean? Everybody to me is predictable. I can go, okay, I can counter this.
I can tell the brotherly love here.
He'll say he'll come to a battle and say something like, Jesus struck me down, or the Lord got my son. Like, he'll say something crazy, and you look. And everybody be like, all right, Energetic, your turn. And you're like... And I just stop, I pause. I said, God, if you're listening right now, just make it sound at least as good as him. Because I don't think I'm going. I said, God, please. I said, Lord, please make this thing sound as good as him. Because if I look, because I'm just waiting for the crowd to look at me and be like, put Charles back on. You're laughing, but listen, there was some times I looked like a deer on headlights. I was like this.
Oh, good. Because it's happened. That's why.
No, after he spit, I was like this. I was like, but I have to pretend like I don't. So I go like this and go.
Okay.
Yeah, that was dope, Charles. That was dope. Back in my head, I'm like,
Can we have Charles on again? Can we have you on again, Charles?
yeah, we need a part 2.
We need a part 2.
But before you go, right?
Or maybe a part 3. This
Part
is a part
three?
3 right now. I
yeah,
think.
part 3 we're gonna need. But listen,
This
before
is
you
part
go,
2.
I'm gonna need you to say something. You got a double album?
Well, I have an album dropping on Christmas, Hypergoth.
Right.
And that's been well promoted. And right now I have an album on YouTube. It's called Well Isn't This Awkward? Saying I'm Sorry.
Oh. That's
And
so
it's a bunch
Saying I'm
of
Sorry.
it's basically it's a collection of Rihanna sampled songs.
Okay.
After
My girl.
after I had this
Okay. Are you
after
sending
I
the
had
album?
situation with
Are you
What?
going to send the album
Stop.
to he
No,
did?
no, I got the album already.
Okay, you
It's
got
on
the album
YouTube.
because I'm going to
play-
listen to that one.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
I just realized
We're gonna
that.
play. Stop for a minute.
Okay, I'm
Let
sorry.
him talk.
I'm
Go ahead.
I'm okay. Go ahead, Charles.
I mean
Just keep going.
After the Rihanna situation, I left Rihanna alone, but I was still inspired by her music because her whole thing was if you're gonna sample her music, you got to come with the bars.
Oh, okay.
So it's called Saying I'm Sorry, as in saying I'm sorry at any point in time for anything I say or do, being unapologetic.
Okay.
It's like sarcasm, saying I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Nice,
That's why
very-
you had you and Chris Brown had a couple songs.
Oh, okay, I get it now. All right. Well, with that said, I want to thank you, Charles, so much. We love you. You know that.
Charles Hamilton.
Love you right
please,
back.
And
please,
yeah, and
everybody.
we're gonna have we
This
have to have
man-
you, we have to have him call in and zoom in once in a while.
He is a icon to the hip hop music, and he has a lot of greatness to the blueprint. And right there's his album. You
Yeah.
see it, everybody?
Thank you very much.
Hyper Goth. You better go out. What day? Christmas, right?
Right, Christmas Day.
Christmas, maybe a little earlier.
Oh,
okay.
you better. I'm dropping mine on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Better
but-
drop yours on Christmas.
All right, so we'll leave it at Christmas Eve.
Oh, so
here
it's
we
like that. It's a combo now. Oh,
Okay.
This is
we
great.
got this going on here. Okay, so with that said, I want to wish everybody a happy and safe Halloween. And as we go out, we are going to once again put on our
Let me talk real
video.
fast. 'Cause I want everyone to hear this. No, I
video.
want everybody to hear this.
Okay, go ahead.
To everybody out there right now,
Go ahead.
you got to realize something. You're a real American. No matter what. Doesn't matter if you're sitting here and you're worried about somebody else's opinion. Love your brother, honor your brother, and understand. We might have differences, but if we keep on sitting here and pulling away from each other, it's not
gonna
going to be
work.
good.
All right.
That's why I'm making Real American. It's not, I made Real American. I want you as a viewer to sit back and really think what is going on in this country.
Yep.
You are the future, the
Get
youth.
it together, people.
And listen, we need everybody to unify together.
Right.
We are not going to withstand this country if we're sitting here arguing about nothing.
Yep.
People should have their opinions.
Yep.
People should have their views. That's why it's called freedom.
Yeah. Stop
So
lying.
I
Stop
want-
lying to each other.
I want
Just-
everybody to realize right now that you're a real American, you're a patriot, and everybody has to put their hats down for the people that fought for this country. Because we didn't fight for this country just for us just to fight each other.
Right.
So please, sit back and really think.
Breathe.
This election's coming up.
Yeah.
Please, just think.
Don't vote for your party. Vote for your conscience.
Vote for whoever you believe in.
Right.
And Shout out to Charles Hamilton, one of the greatest MCs ever to be in this earth.
We love you, Charles.
And we love you,
Hamilton.
Charles, and everybody.
Thank you. Love you back.
Salute back for being a true American, and much love to everybody. We're out of here, DNA,
And
live.
We'll see you next week. And with that said, we're going to just play the video on our way out, okay? Thank you, Bobby. Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday, Bobby.
Yo, put your hands up. Right now we're inside a war with ourselves. Yo, America, are we gonna wake up from this? Where the real Americans at, you heard? Where we at? Man, you blinded and you lied, you just censor inside your own. Everyone pretends they love you, but messing you up in homes. Laughing without the way you can't even afford food. And everybody looking at you acting so rude. They thinking that they love you, your skin, that's what they see. They don't understand the militant well it be. But the anger that they got, they just play for each other. A civil war, they trying to come for us, kill one another. But I woke up last night, I gotta talk to my peers. Tell them, listen, we gotta march and what do we hear? Boycott the bullshit that they throw and they stare. Cause you know it is what media lies and they care. They try pretending that we close with a phone next to each other's ears. But we're more social distancing corona, yeah. They try to act like we ain't one inside our home.